After 7 years as an Aussie living in the United States, I thought I'd heard every wild baby name under the sun. But when I looked up what's actually banned back home, even I was gobsmacked. How many baby names do you reckon are banned in Australia? 10? 20? Try 89. Some of these names absolutely floored me, and I guarantee you'll be shaking your head too.
You better take cover. Oh.
Living here in the States, I've come across some pretty random names. I've met a king, a trophy, even a Casanova. Names you'd never get away with back home. It's crazy how different the rules are. Back when I was a kid, the wildest name in my class was probably a Greg or Kylie. Now it's like parents are picking names after a night out at the local RSL. So here's the scoop. Every Aussie state and territory has its own Births, Deaths and Marriages Registration Act. But these 89 names are banned on a federal level. It's all about protecting kids from embarrassment, offence or confusion later in life. And the rules are pretty clear. No offensive or obscene names. No names that look like official titles. So Admiral is out, Duke, Prime Minister's on the list too. No names that are too long or include numbers, symbols or punctuation. It all seems pretty reasonable, right? But here's the wild part. The only reason these rules exist is because real parents actually tried to register these names. Now let's kick it off with a classic. Bonghead. Yes, you heard that right. Someone actually wanted to name their kid Bonghead. Imagine the poor bloke going to his first part-time job interview at Bunnings. Awkward initial introduction there, I reckon.
What? You can't be serious. You're having me on.
No, mate.
So did the parents really think it was funny, or maybe they just really, really loved feeling euphoric? Then there's the infamous case of someone actually trying to name their kid Scrotum. Now, I'm guessing that it was for a boy, but honestly, with some of these names these days, you probably could never guess. Maybe they thought it was a bold statement, or perhaps they were aiming for unique and just took it a little bit too far. Religious names are a no-go too, so God, Christ, Satan, Lucifer, they're all banned. Imagine naming your kid Satan and then wondering why they're the topic of playground rumours. Someone starts a fire behind the bubblers at recess. Yep, it was Satan. Just remember, when they're a teenager, your house might become the hottest spot in town, but for all the wrong reasons. Then it gets even weirder. And remember, parents actually tried to register these names. Robocop, Medicare, Socceroos, Snort, Smelly. Now imagine being that parent. Yeah, I think I'll go with Snort because nothing says respectable like calling your kid by a word that makes everyone in the playground do a double take. And just picture the day you yell out, "Oi, dinner's ready, Smelly." You get some pretty interesting looks from other parents and probably a few chuckles from the other kids too. The name Australia is also on the ban list, but you can name them Sydney, Melbourne or Adelaide. I didn't see Wagga Wagga on the list, so you're good if you want to go in that direction too, I guess. Next up, there's the pop culture and brand zone. 50, Nutella, Harry Potter, Facebook, iMac, IKEA, all illegal. A poor kid being Nutella. Hey, I'm Nutella on the first day of school. Very popular at lunch, I guess. And here's a wild one. Monkey is the only animal name officially banned. So if you're keen on going with tiger, kitten, bear, or even emu, go for it. Well, maybe not emu. Trust me on that one.
Aww.
We've also got circumcision on the list. And what the parent was sitting there thinking, you know what would be a great first name? So tell me, have you ever met anyone with a name that made you do a double take? Drop it in the comments. I really want to know if there is a real-life Bonghead somewhere out there in the world. Think Australia is strict? Wait till you hear what's banned elsewhere. Our friends in New Zealand have banned the name Queen Victoria. And the twins Benson and Hedges, well, they were rejected as well. But the most blocked names in New Zealand are Justice and King. Someone even tried to name their kid Mafia No Fear. Only once, thankfully. And the Kiwis also have the name Tallulah Does the Hula from Hawaii on the ban list, right next to the names Sex Fruit and Chief Maximus. Americans, meanwhile, are way more relaxed. You can literally name your kid Apple, Northwest, or even Pilot Inspector. Yep, that's a real one. Much of the restrictions in the US comes down to the computer system limitations rather than actually banning names. But you still can't use Santa Claus. Why do parents try these wild names? Now, psychologists say it's about wanting their kid to stand out and to be unique in a sea of Olivias and Liams. But there's a fine line between unique and please don't let this follow me forever. Social media has made it even wilder. Everyone wants an aesthetic name that looks great on Instagram. Hence the rise of Lunas, Novas, and Auroras. And with tech booming, expect more attempts at names like ChatGPT, Alexa, or even Mars and Cosmos as space fever grows. I can only imagine what a school roll call will look like in 2040. So what do you reckon? Are these rules fair dinkum or a bit over the top? If you're expecting maybe this list saves your future kid a lifetime of awkward roll calls, I hope so. Smash that subscribe button for more Aussie and US cultural deep dives, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hooroo, mateys.